doing today? My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for taking a couple minutes to check out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to show you how to make sous vide garlic and rosemary pork chops. Now this is a super simplistic recipe, and it's one I highly recommend for those watching who have just gotten a sous vide machine and they're trying to find how to use it properly. One of the great things about sous vide is just being able to cook something to that precise temperature. And pork is one of those meats that is really hard to do when you're cooking it the traditional way. You're usually putting it in a baking dish in the oven, or you're throwing it on the barbecue grill, and it's very easy to get that pork chop up to 160, 165 degrees, and it's all dried out. It's not juicy. It's tough. And it's not good. So with sous vide, you can cook it at a much lower temperature for 2 to 4 hours, and it's going to be delicious. And look at how easy this recipe is. I have 5 boneless pork chops. I have some rosemary. I have a stick of butter. I have a garlic, and I have salt and pepper. This is all you're going to need to make one of the best tasting pork chops you've ever tried. So stick around. I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. Let's get cooking. So the first thing we're going to do is just apply a nice coating of salt and pepper on these pork chops. We want to do that before we start our little sauce that we're going to put in the sous vide bag with these chops, because we want to give these chops a little bit of an opportunity to soak in some of the salt to kind of help dry brine it a little bit. So you can be generous, if they're thick chops, don't be afraid to put a little extra salt on there, okay? And then a little ground black pepper. Now if you have a favorite seasoning, a rub, something like that, feel free to use it. I'm just trying to show you something really, really basic. Most people have salt and pepper in their house at all times. Usually you have some butter. Rosemary, you might not have that, but you can pick that up at the store and you're pretty much good to go. Alright, then we're just going to flip these over and salt and pepper the other side, and I'm just going to let them sit on the counter here for a few minutes while I go prepare the sauce that we're going to put in the sous vide bag, okay? So I'm going to continue to do this, and I'll meet you over at the stovetop in just a second. Alright, well now we're going to make a little sauce that we're going to put in the sous vide bag. Normally I don't put a lot of liquids and stuff in the sous vide bag, but in this case I will, because I'm actually going to pour that on top of the chops, add a little bit more butter at the end when I'm searing it, okay? So I'm going to take some butter here, we're going to put it in a hot pan, and then I'm going to add, let's see, let's get this all coated first. Then I'm going to add some garlic. I got around a tablespoon of minced garlic here. And then I have some of that rosemary that I've chopped up finely here that I'm going to pour in as well. And we're just going to let this simmer for a few minutes. Reduce the heat a little bit. And that's it. We're just going to kind of get it softened up, get that, ooh, it's smelling good. That's it, it couldn't be any easier. So I'm going to turn it on a very low simmer here. I'm going to go fill my sous vide bath, and we'll be back in a second. Alright, my sous vide bath is heating up. I got it set for 144 degrees. You want to do it minimum of 2 hours, maybe all the way up to 4 hours, particularly if they're, 2 inches thick. These are probably inch. I think a couple of them are like 1.25 inches. So I'm probably going to go 3 hours, right in the middle there. And that's a great thing about sous vide too. Don't be concerned, if you're running a little late. You get distracted. You meant to pull it out at 3 hours, but it actually went 4. It's not going to harm anything. So I put them in a regular old freezer bag. Now you can vacuum seal these too, but you know what? I don't think it's really necessary, especially on a cook that's only going to be 2 to 4 hours. But do what you want. All right, so I turned off the heat. This is this garlic thing I was cooking on the stove here. Garlic and rosemary, and now I'm just going to kind of pour this mixture in the bag. You don't have to evenly coat everything because as it's cooked sous vide, it's going to kind of all meld together. So, easier said than done here, but yeah, perfect, just like so. And then as this cooks, you're going to get some of that fat to break down in the pork chop. It's going to make a nice little sauce. We're going to use it as a finishing sauce when we're done sauteing this on the stove top. So just like that. All right, okay? The sous vide just beeped. It reached 144 degrees. I got a couple rosemary sticks here, twigs, branches. I don't know what the proper name is. I'm just going to throw these in whole. We'll saute that with the juices when we're done. So just throw it all in there. Save a little for later because we want to put a little fresh in the pan as well. So like I said, squeeze the air out. And now we're just going to place it in the sous vide bath. This is the part that can be a little challenging because a lot of times things like to float. You want to make sure it's completely submerged. And then seal it up. There we go. Then I clip it on the end here so it won't slip in all the way. And then what I do to make sure it stays underwater, I have these tongs here. I kind of just rest them like this on top, and it just kind of forces the pork chops to be fully submerged underwater. So I'm going to set it for 3 hours because it's just around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to have these for dinner. Once these are done, we dry them off. Quick sear in the frying pan on the stove, and we add a little bit of that sauce from the bag, and we are done. It's that easy. You're really going to be amazed. So I'll set it for 3 hours. I'll be back in a little bit with my son for a beverage review. We'll see you in a little bit. All right. Beverage review time for me. It's Santa Monica Brew Works Beach Brewed Inclined IPA. 7% alcohol. Made in Santa Monica, California. Here's my son Kyle.
Hello.
And he's trying something he's never tried. He has tried other Jones brand soda. This one is lemon lime. What, you tried a green one? Green apple? What else? A root beer?
And like
I think a root
cherry
beer.
Or something.
A black cherry?
Yeah, I think in a root beer.
I put some ice in the glass because lemon lime. This is probably going to be like 7-Up or Sprite. Okay. Oh. Wow, that's definitely carbonated. You can see the carbonation going like crazy.
I think it'd be carbonated.
Well, you know, some stuff seems more carbonated than others. Alright, for me, Santa Monica Brew Works Inclined IPA.
This did not look how I thought it looked.
I tried their blonde, my last video. It was okay. I wasn't really impressed. I can already tell this is smelling a little bit.
This smells like
malty.
lemons, and let me just say, this literally looks like ice water.
Yeah, it looks like ice water.
This
yeah, lemon
doesn't
lime.
look at all like a soda.
Yeah, it's clear, but how's it smell? Lemons or limes or both?
Lemons.
Mine smells malty. I don't smell any hops. All right, cheers. As always, guys, thanks for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Oh yeah, I like this much better than their blonde. It's got a little bit of hops presence at the back end, but it definitely tastes malty. A little bit of like tropical fruit, maybe like pineapple or mango. It's very smooth, very good. Mmm. All right, Cal, what do you think?
This does not taste how I thought it would.
Oh, okay. Is that good or bad?
It's good. It's hard to explain because, first of all, you could taste water and not just the flavor you'd think.
Okay.
Probably why it looks like ice water. But second, I taste a lot of lemon in it, but not nearly as much lime, which I think they should get onto because. But I mean, it's good.
I did notice at the bar that the bottle is yellow where it says lemons in big letters, lemon, and then underneath lime soda. So maybe it's supposed to be more lemony. Kind of like a carbonated lemonade. See how it says lemon and then lime soda.
No, it just says that.
I know, but you would think that they made the difference in the size of the letters.
Why would they call it lime lemon soda if there's more
Well, if it had more lime, they could, but lemon lime soda.
Also, I know my sister's going to like this because she likes doggos, but there's a cute little dog.
Yeah, one thing I noticed with this company, Jones, I think you can send in a picture via their website. It looks like some lady just sent in a picture of her dog, hugging her dog. They pick random ones and they put them on bottles. They don't really have a set logo other than the way it says Jones and the drink flavor on the bottom, which is kind of cool. It keeps people, customers excited about the product, especially if they get their picture on it. I'm sure they'll go buy a couple cases right away. So overall, would you have it again? Is it a yeah?
You should almost submit a picture of your logo on your shirt.
Well, I don't think they want to do that. That would be me just trying to, advertise.
If they actually did that and put it on a bottle, that would kind of be funny to see.
Yeah, it would be, but maybe just a picture of you and me doing a soda review and a beer review, like going like this. As always, guys, again, thanks for watching the video. This has got, let's see, 2 hours and 9 minutes. I set it for 3 hours, so it's been in there just under an hour. Pork chops are looking good. You can see some juices collecting in the bag.
What?
This is going to be delicious. I'm going to enjoy this beer. My son's going to finish his lemon lime soda, and we'll be back in a couple hours when we're ready to finish these pork chops. Until then, cheers.
Tackle.
All right, it's beeped. It's ready. Let's take this out. Now, like I said, I'm going to keep the juice in here because we're going to use that at the very end after we've seared it in a frying pan. But before we do that, we're going to remove these pork chops. We're going to dry them off very well. Just put them on some paper towels. Oh man, it smells delicious. Oh. It's like that buttery garlic. Mmm. Wow, it smells good. Okay. So I'm going to keep this sauce, like I said. We're going to add that at the very end. Okay. And then what we're going to do, get some paper towels and just dry these off really well. Soak up all that moisture. They're not going to be able to take a good sear unless they're completely dry. So we'll be back in a second when we heat these up in a frying pan. Alright, so I have some olive oil that's been heated up here. Now we're going to put in these pork chops. You want to put it on high heat. I'm also going to put in some garlic cloves and some chopped up rosemary. Alright, here we go. These have been going for around 45 seconds. I want to get it nice and hot. Yeah, there you go. Nice sear. Whew. See if I can flip over those garlic, rosemary. Oh, look at this. Alright, we'll give it another minute. Be back in a second. Another thing you want to do as well is get the sides. Turn it over, let it rest on its side for 30-45 seconds. There you go. We'll be back in a second. Alright, so I've been just cooking them on the sides here. There we go. Now I'm going to add some butter at the very end. coat it with this butter. Bring it to a saute. Here we go. Alright, so these have been simmering a couple minutes. Now I'm just going to take the juice from that bag, like I said, that we cooked it in. We're just going to pour this right on top. Basically, that's just butter and some of that pork fat. We're just going to bring this to a simmer. Kind of coat these chops, flip them over. Oh yeah. Alright, we'll be back in a second. Alright, here we are. Oh man, this looks good. I'm just going to cut it right down the center. Just so you guys can see. Oh, look at that. It's dripping already. Alright. Oh man, it just smells so wonderful, just even slicing it right here. Oh. And of course that juice you cooked it in is just, oh man, delicious. Alright. Let's take this little piece here. I'm going to dip it in a little bit of this sauce here. Definitely more of that sauce in the frying pan, but let's just try this. There you go, man. Look at that. Oh, man. Oh. Wow. I'm telling you guys, really, if you're new to sous vide and you want to try pork chops like you never had them before, this is the way to do it. I mean, it's not overcooked. You can see how juicy it is. And the flavoring, even with just salt and pepper, is just outstanding. Look at that. Alright, I'm going to cut this up a little bit more and we'll be back with the family and we'll try this out. Hey everyone, here we are, the whole family. My wife Monica,
Hi.
my son Kyle, my daughter Ava Grace. Say hi.
Where's
I'm
Stu?
finally in it. Hi. I meant hi. I said bye.
Okay.
So I have one cut up here. Grab a fork
Almost said
and
bye.
just try this, man.
I'm just gonna stop.
I've already tried it, so I know how it is. I'm telling you, cooking at sous vide.
Well, I'm not old enough to eat the food,
that's good.
so you see, I'm not gonna eat solids because of my tubie.
Oh no, Ava.
Yeah, she's got a tubie. She can't eat this, but
Feeding tube, but she likes the smell. And
oh, she loves the smell. But getting back to this, it's so juicy and tender. What do you think, Kyle? Can you taste it?
It's really good.
Yeah, it's
Ava
really
Grace,
good.
how does it smell?
Good. Kind of like something's burning, like I burn everything.
And for having such basic spices, salt, pepper,
It's a smoke thing
I mean, really,
about burning.
rosemary. I mean, that's pretty much it. A little bit of garlic.
I think.
I mean, it's just delicious. I can't even explain it.
Oh, probably. Oh.
It's better than any kind of rub you can buy.
If you're watching this, make it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Definite thumbs up
Tell
on
us
this.
what you think in the comments below.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please.
I hope you liked it.
As always, guys,
Yeah.
I appreciate you watching. If you like the video, hit the like button. Please consider subscribing and my link above to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com.
And put a comment below.
Yeah,
If you don't, you'll regret it.
you will regret it. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Thank you once again. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.